Welcome back to my Zodiac series, where this month I'm doing a Taurus-inspired manicure. Welcome back to my channel. I am CaroleAnnette, and today I'm doing a Taurus-inspired manicure. So two of the nails here on my practice hand are glossy and these three are matte, and that's because I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing on the three nails. So before I get started, I want to show you guys the inspiration for today's manicure. It is this photo I found on Pinterest, and I really wanted to recreate that on today's manicure. So if you've been following along with the series, then you've definitely seen this plate being used before. I really love it. I got it off of AliExpress, but I'll try to see if I can find it on Amazon for you guys. It is super amazing. It has so many different designs, so I definitely want to use it again today. I'm also using this pigment powder. If you saw my recent haul video, you saw that I picked this up. So I really wanted to incorporate them today. So I'm going to be using the purple and the blue in today's manicure. And I have a black base on right now. So I'm actually going to use gel polish in order to make the manicure design pop. But first, we're going to put on gel top coat. So I have a dip powder on my nails now. It's called Black Velvet by Dipalicious, but if you're a gel user or an acrylic user, you can use black gel or black acrylic and go in with your gel top coat on top before you go and do this design like I'm doing here. So what I'm doing is applying gel top coat. I do not know if this works with dip powder top coat or any other top coat. I've tried polished top coats and it didn't turn out as great, so I highly recommend using a gel polish top coat in order to get this design to work. Now that that is all applied, I'm going to cure it in my lamp for 60 seconds. When that is finished curing, I take it out and I'm going to take white gel polish and I'm actually going to mix it with a little bit of rubbing alcohol to dilute it. So what I'm doing here is a smoky effect. So I'm taking my nail art palette, dumping on some gel polish onto it so that, like, it's the perfect place to mix gel polishes, nail polishes, really. And then I take rubbing alcohol and a gel polish brush. So I'm taking this flat brush. It's kind of dirty because I used it earlier. I really should probably clean that. Actually, let me give it a wipe down right now. Sorry. Anyways, so I have rubbing alcohol on my brush right here, and I'm just blending it in with the gel polish, kind of diluting it so that it's, I don't know how to call it, but it's definitely going to look smoky, kind of like diluted. Duh. How many times do I have to say diluted? Anyway, so I'm taking this brush, it's a thinner brush, and I'm just going to basically create a blob. There's no better way to describe it other than a smoky blob. There is no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just kind of like putting it everywhere, but not everywhere. I want some areas of it to be more diluted and others more concentrated with the gel polish. So you'll see me go back and forth between diluting and adding gel polish on top. So I'm pretty much done now, and I need to cure this. Actually, not fully cure, I need to flash cure it. So I have this little lamp from Madame Glam. It's just a little desk lamp. Since I'm working on my practice hand, I'm just gonna cure it right here in place. If I was doing my own actual hand, I would have just shoved it in my larger lamp because it's a lot easier. Anyways, so now that it's flash cured, I'm going to take these pigment powders and start working with them. It is kind of messy, the pigment powders, if you're not careful, so I have a cupcake liner here down on the side underneath it to catch anything that either falls or if the container just, I'm afraid to tip this thing over. That's all I'm saying. So I'm taking this eyeshadow applicator and I'm dabbing on the pigment powder onto the nail directly over the gel polish that I flash cured. I'm dabbing. I am not rubbing. If you rub, you're possibly going to cause the gel polish to smudge or flake off. It's just not going to look good. Ask me how I know. So I'm just dabbing it all over the place, making sure to completely cover the white gel polish. So in some areas, I'm actually going to pack on a little bit more of the pigment so it looks more like a deeper tone. And that's kind of actually the reason why I had more diluted areas of white gel polish and more concentrated areas. It'll help with the smoky effect because you'll notice there'll be more diluted areas and more concentrated areas of the pigment on the nail. That's because the white is helping it pop in certain areas and make it look more diluted in others, so it actually looks like smoke. So I actually finished curing that and dusted it off. You didn't see me finish curing that. I'm so sorry, I left that out, but you finish curing it and then you dust it off. So I intend to stamp over top of the pigment. However, I don't know how my stamping is going to go, so I want to protect the pigment that I just put down and all that stuff, so I'm applying a gel top coat and I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. I know that you can stamp directly over top of the pigment, but I'm only doing this so that if I mess up my stamping, I can quickly wipe it off with acetone and not remove all the hard work that I just did with the pigments. So what I'm going to do right now before I get into the stamping is I'm actually going to do more of the smoky nails on the other 3 nails on my fingers. So you're just going to see me go through that process. I'm going to apply the murky, milky gel polish to these other 3 fingers, flash cure that, apply my pigment, finish curing, and then we'll be back.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight. This time we're not safe and sound, not safe and sound.
So here it is, completely cured. I just want to sit here and oogle over how good it looks. I'm loving this whole smoky effect thing. Oh, just imagine this for Halloween, with some greens and whatnot, green and purple. Alright, so it's time to get into the nail art. So I'm actually need to flip this around. So I want to use this head of the bull right here and put that one on the middle finger because I do like the middle finger to be this, the focal point. I'm not flipping you off. I just want it to be the focal point. So I am using white stamping polish. This one is from Triple D. I just grabbed it because it was the closest one I had closest to me. I'm actually in the process of rearranging my entire nail room. So there's a lot of IKEA Alex drawer building, and I have a countertop coming soon. stuff like that. So if you guys want to see like a nail room, like kind of like working on it in progress video, let me know in the comments below. Alright, so this is the stamp, the first stamp. I'm actually only going to stamp twice on this nail. So I just love how clean this came out. If you are looking for a good white stamping polish, this one from Triple D is amazing. Like, I really don't get any patchy spots. Like, I feel like it's a very clean and crisp stamping polish. It comes out perfect every single time. So I put the little Taurus symbol there on the pinky nail, and then I'm going to take this little nail art brush. It's just like a thin liner brush, and just put white gel polish just sporadically throughout the nail, because I want to put like, I don't want to overwhelm the manicure. I do want the neon pigment to pop and flow and be the focus point, but I still want it to look like it's a galaxy, you know? And that's what I love so much about this manicure. Like, this probably has to be my favorite one that I've done in the Zodiac series so far. What I love about this one is it can be done for any sign. So all you have to do is change out the bowl on the middle finger for whatever your sign is, whatever image it is. And you can do this for your sign. So if you're a Gemini like I am, I could switch it out, have the twins there, whatever I want. So now that I'm done with that, I'm actually going to apply my gel top coat again. I've applied that like 3 times already. Apply my gel top coat and then finish curing for 60 seconds and I will be done.
Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I know you got me, it's so effortless. Back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same.
Alright, so this is the finished, glossy, and gorgeous look. I do want to note that this look not only was inspired by that photo that I showed you in the beginning, but by 2 people in my life. My sister is a Taurus, and her favorite color is purple, and my favorite color is blue, but also Julie from Dip Nails by Jules, her favorite like style of manicure is black. So I wanted to do both those Tauruses in my life justice when it came to this manicure. So I put it on my nails, so here is the finished look. So if you guys liked this look as much as I do, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me a ton, and subscribe, because why wouldn't you subscribe? Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!